Okay.
Okay.
Can I have your names, please, for the record?
I am Madhuru.
Change the button.
I am Madhuru. I'm an interpreter.
Thank you. Okay. And so you're Ishan, if you're comfortable.
Yes.
Please forgive me if I have pronounced your name properly.
Yeah, it's Disan Jawaraja. That's right.
And can you confirm that you've received a copy of the premises license? Can you confirm that you've received a copy of the premises license review application?
உங்களுக்கு லைசன்ஸ் மறுக்க தர்றதுக்கு ரிவ்யூ அப்ளிகேஷன் எல்லாம் மறுக்க அதை பார்த்து மறுக்க கொடுக்கறதுக்கு அந்த அப்ளிகேஷன் விண்ணப்பம் பேப்பர் அவங்க தெரிச்சு கொடுத்தீங்களா? என்னது?
2 weeks சஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணி வச்சிருந்தாங்க. திருப்பி போட்டு வைஃபோட சொல்றது.
Wife, I'm clarifying the thing. Wife there?
Yeah.
Last time it was suspended my license. Afterwards, that was for 2 weeks. Like afterwards, again application was given.
You're walking by taking these things. I can't hear anything.
What side on?
I'll go old school.
Can I clarify again with you? So you are asking whether he submitted an application for a licensing again? No, review application.
No. What we're looking for is a confirmation that Mr. Jakarta has received the copy of the review application.
அவங்களுக்கு ரிவ்யூ அப்ளிகேஷன் என்றால் மறுக்க அதை பார்த்து கொடுக்கறது எப்படி உங்களுக்கு கொடுக்கலாமா இந்த லைசன்ஸ் அப்படின்னு அது உங்களுக்கு கிடைச்சிச்சான்னு கேட்குறாங்க. I'm talking on behalf of him. I don't understand what is the review application. I am not sure whether I received one.
Sure.
I think the question is, has Mr. Jokarasa received the papers for today?
இந்த பேப்பர் தான் உங்களுக்கு கிடைச்சான்னு கேட்குறாங்க. No, I did not get it. No, I did not get it.
Sure.
Sorry,
you want to press your button?
So the papers were emailed to Mr. Jokarasa in line with the statutory requirements, and Mr. Jokarasa responded by saying that, I'll just read it out just now. Mr. Jokarasa responded on, sorry, I'm trying to find it here. Apologies, bear with me, I can't find the email, but it was definitely emailed out to him a couple of weeks ago. And again, Mr. Jokarasa was emailed yesterday to confirm that he'd received everything and was planning to attend today, which he responded again saying, yes, I will come. Shall I pass the message to you? Yeah.
உங்களுக்கு அவங்க இமெயில் ஒன்று அனுப்பினாங்களாம் ஒரு 2 கிழமைக்கு போல முந்தி. அப்ப நீங்க அதை பார்த்து Yes, I have the email. I thought you were asking about the papers.
The police are present.
Right.
And the others are present. The police are present, I see, and as Paul, the licensed standard officer. Are there any preliminary issues before the applicant is invited to speak? Members? No. Sorry. Fiona?
Do we not go to Paul to present the paper before the applicant speaks?
This case is please stop.
Oh, the applicant is Scotland, sorry, right, okay, my bad.
Sean will explain the
Yeah.
reason go ahead.
Because in a convoluted process today, because it's actually quite difficult. Sean?
Yeah, so the first item we have today is a premises licence review application submitted by Police Scotland in relation to Alva 24. We have today Mr Joe Grasser, who's the licence holder for that premises, and the review application was submitted by Police Scotland on the 17th of September, and we have today Mr Sergeant David Bellingham to present that application to the board.
Sergeant Bellingham.
Thank you very much and good morning. As Sean stated, I'm Sergeant David Bellingham from the Licensing Department, Forth Valley Division of the Police Service of Scotland. It's also a premises review application that was submitted by my department on the 17th of the 9th, 2024, and it reads as follows. It's under the Licensing Scotland Act 2005, Section 36. Premises licence review application. The licence number is CC098. The premises is day-to-day 107 Stirling Street, Alba, Clackmannanshire. The premises licence holder being Dishant Jokarasa. In terms of Section 36(1) of the Licensing Scotland Act 2005, I hereby make application to the Clackmannanshire Licensing Board for a review of the premises licence in respect of the premises known as day-to-day 107 Stirling Street, Alba, Clackmannanshire. This application for review is made in terms of Section 36, subsection 3b, on grounds relevant to one or more of the licensing objectives as articulated at Section 4, subsection 1 of the 2005 Act, namely preventing crime and disorder, securing public safety, preventing public nuisance, protecting and improving public health, and protecting children and young persons from harm. In support of this application and in terms of Section 36, subsection 5a, the following information is provided for your consideration. The description of the premises is described as a licensed newsagents with residential accommodation above. Premises are in a terrace of mixed commercial and residential properties situated on Main Street of a busy village. The premises currently trades under the name Day-to-Day, however previously traded under the name Alva 24. The premises offer for sale a variety of groceries and household items and is licensed to sell alcohol between 10 AM and 10 PM daily. Premises licence. The current premises licence holder is the Dishant Jokarasa. Mr Jokarasa is also the designated premises manager. Mr Jokarasa has held a personal licence since the 15th of the 12th, 2022, issued by Stirling Council under reference Sierra Charlie 2450. The summary of the events on Saturday, the 22nd of July. Apologies. On Saturday, the 22nd of July 2023, Mr Jokarasa was working alone within the Day-to-Day store at 107 Stirling Street in Alba, Clackmannanshire. Mr Jokarasa is a designated premises manager. About 17:30 hours or 5:30 PM on the date, On this date, a 14-year-old female attended the store alone and selected 4 cans of, quote, "Four Loco," which is an alcoholic beverage with an alcohol content of 8.5% ABV. On presenting the items to Mr. Jokarasa at the sale point, he has asked the child her age. The child has not responded to the question and Mr. Jokarasa has processed the sale. Mr. Jokarasa did not ask for identification during this transaction. Later on that evening, the mother of the child found her in a state of intoxication. The child advised her mother where she had purchased alcohol from. The mother of the child attended at the store and challenged Mr. Jokarasa, at which time he told her, quote, "It's hard to tell when they have makeup on." The mother advised Mr. Jokarasa that she would be contacting the police. In response to this, Mr. Jokarasa has stated, quote, "There's no point calling police as there's no CCTV working." Police were then contacted by the mother of the child. Police attended and spoke with Mr. Jokarasa on the 28th of July 2023. Mr. Jokarasa stated to police, quote, "It was a mistake, I didn't realise, sorry." He was thereafter charged with the offence and reported to the Crown Office and Procurator Fiscal Service. Mr. Jokarasa was charged on Friday the 28th of July 2023. The text of the charge was as follows. On the 22nd of the 7th, 2023, at day-to-day 107 Stirling Street, Alva, you, Dishant Jokarasa, being the premises licence holder, did allow the sale of alcohol to, and the child's name has been redacted, care of Police Service of Scotland, a child or a young person under the age of 18 years, contrary to the Licensing Scotland Act 2005, Section 103, subsection 1 and Section 141B. Mr. Jokarasa elected to make no reply to this charge. On the 29th of the 5th, 2024, at Alloa Sheriff Court, Mr. Jokarasa was convicted of the above charge after trial. He was subsequently fined £900 with a victim surcharge of £40. The Licensing Department at Forth Valley Police Division carried out subsequent checks in respect of persons licence holders hadn't been convicted of offences. During these checks, above conviction was noted. Inquiry was made with Stirling Council and it was established that Mr. Jokarasa had failed to notify them about his conviction within the statutory period. Mr. Jokarasa's failure to notify Stirling Council of this conviction is a contravention of Section 82, subsection 2A of the Licensing Scotland Act 2005. Notification of the above conviction was disclosed to Stirling Council by Police Service of Scotland on 28th of August 2024. Stirling Licensing Board thereafter convened a special meeting on the 10th of September 2024. The decision was made at this meeting to suspend Mr. Jokarasa's personal licence until the 27th of September 2024. On the 27th of September 2024, a further special meeting of the Stirling Licensing Board was convened to hear this case. Mr. Jokarasa failed to attend this meeting and the board took the decision to continue the suspension of the personal licence until their next scheduled meeting on the 22nd of October 2024. Inquiry has been undertaken by the Licensing Department at Forth Valley Police Division and this has revealed further contraventions of the Licensing Scotland Act 2005 by Mr. Jokarasa. These are as follows. Failed to produce premises licence at court or notify them of its existence, and this is at the first appearance, that's a contravention of Section 41. Failed to notify Clackmannanshire Licensing Board of conviction, that refers to the premises licence holder, within one month, that's a contravention of Section 43. Failed to produce personal licence to court or notify them of its existence at first appearance, that's a contravention of Section 80. Failed to notify Clackmannanshire Licensing Board of conviction within 1 month, Section 82, subsection 2B. The above contraventions of the Act have been reported to the Licensing Board in the first instance prior to consideration of a report to the Crown Office and Procurator Fiscal Service. I request that the Licensing Board consider the aforementioned grounds for review and take such steps as to consider necessary or appropriate for the purposes of the licence objectives under the terms of Section 39, subsection 2 or 39, subsection 2A of the Act. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Are you happy that Mr. Jokarasa has understood exactly what has been said?
You want me to explain? You want me to explain this, whatever? உங்களுக்கு இப்ப அவர் சொன்னதெல்லாம் உங்களுக்கு புரியுதா புரியுதா ஒரு அளவுக்கு? ஓகே, you want me to explain? இப்போ வந்து இது வந்து எல்லாம் ஒன்றுக்கா நடந்ததெல்லாம் இதுல எழுதிக்கிறாங்க சமூகம் சரியா? நீங்க என்னென்ன நடந்தது மீட்டிங் எல்லாம் எழுதிக்குது செல்லிருக்குது. இப்போ வந்து 22ஆம் தேதி ஜூலை மாசம் அந்த மாசம் நடந்திருக்கிற ஒரு சம்பவம் அது உங்களுக்கு புரியும். நீங்க வந்து அந்த நாள மேனேஜரா இருந்தீங்க. அந்த ஒரு பொம்பளை பிள்ளைங்க வந்து அது சரி. அதுக்கு பிறகு போட்டிக்கிறாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் அவர் வந்து ஒரு நீங்க என்ன மாதிரி தவறுகள் நடந்தீங்கன்னு காட்டிக்கிறாரு. அது வந்து ஒரு சப்செக்ஷன் கண்டாண்டா வேலையில பிரிச்சு சொல்லிக்கிறாரு. நீங்க என்ன தவறுகள் நடந்திருக்கேன். இப்ப இப்படி உங்களுக்கு கோர்ட்ல குத்தவாளி வந்து பண்ணின அதை நீங்க அறிவிக்கணும், உங்களோட கவுன்சிலுக்கு அறிவிக்கணும். அப்ப அதுவரை எல்லாம் உங்களோட கையால நடந்து இல்லைன்னு தான் புரியுது. இப்ப அவங்களுக்கு இந்த ஒரு ரூல்ஸ் இருக்காங்க, ஒரு என்ன மாதிரி எல்லாம் செய்யணும்னு போலீஸ்ல சொல்லிக்கிறாங்க. அவங்க வந்து போலீஸ் புக்ல இருக்கிற மாதிரி 2005 அதுகள் தான் அவங்க எடுத்து காட்டிக்கிறாங்க. சொல்லிக்கிறாங்க முதல்ல நீங்க போன போது அந்த லைசன்ஸ் நீங்க to produce process license and quote or notify them of 56 days. இப்போ அந்த கோர்ட்ல வந்து நீங்க இப்படி உங்களுக்கு ப்ரொசஸ் லைசன்ஸ் வந்து இருக்குதுன்னு நீங்க சொல்லலையா? அதை நான் சொல்றேன். அடுத்தது to notify Clackmannanshire licensing of convention in 1 month. அடுத்தது வந்து இப்படி நீங்க அதை உங்களுக்கு குற்றவாளியா இதாகிட்டு அதை நீங்க அறிவிக்கணும். To notify Clackmannanshire licensing board, அந்த லைசன்ஸ் போர்டுக்கு நீங்க அதை அறிவிக்கணும். அது நீங்க செய்யலன்னு இருக்குது. ஒரு வித்தின் 1 month, ஒரு மாசத்துக்குள்ளால அதை நீங்க அறிவிக்கணும். அது செய்வீங்க, அதை ஏற்றுக்கொள்றீங்களா? அதை ஏற்றுக்கொள்றீங்க சரியா? அடுத்தது வந்து to produce personal license to court and notify the notice of things. இப்போ வந்து 2 லைசன்ஸ் இருக்காங்க. ப்ரொமிசஸ் லைசன்ஸ் அந்த ஏரியாவுக்கு வட்டத்துக்கு இருக்கிறது. அது அது நீங்க கொடுக்கல. அத்துடன் பர்சனல் லைசன்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு விற்கிறதுக்கு மதுபானங்கள் விற்கிறதுக்கு இன்னொரு லைசன்ஸ் இருக்குது. அது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் 2 மாதிரி லைசன்ஸ். அது நீங்க காட்ட இல்லைன்னு தான் சொல்றாங்க. நான் அது கேட்கிறேன். சாரி இங்க அல்ல ஓகே. அடுத்தது நான் சொல்றேன். அடுத்தது Clackmannanshire licensing board of convention within இன்னொன்று இருக்குது. Clackmannanshire licensing board of convention within 1 month. அதை உங்களுக்கு கேட்கணும். Need to Okay. Need to clarify, the second stem, he said, he agreed that failed to notify Clackmannanshire Licensing Board of Conviction. Yes, I did not notify that one. Number one, failed to produce premises license at court or notify them of its existence at the first appearance, section 41. If I was asked, I would have done it, but I did not know. I would have shown or I would have expressed that I had license, but I was not aware that. Third one, failed to produce personal license to court or notify them of its existence at the first appearance. That also, if I was told, if I have understood, I would have produced that.
Okay, if I may come in, we're now at the stage of explaining exactly what has been said and if Mr. Gilcarasa's understanding of what has been said. Well, then we move to Paul, we'll come back later on the proceedings and allow questions from yourself or from other members of the board. So we'll just ask at the moment for clarification that Mr. Gilcarasa understood exactly what has been said in the first place.
இதெல்லாம் உங்களுக்கு விளங்குற படத்துக்கு தான் இது எழுதி. Okay, now he's happy with that.
Thank you. Paul.
Yes, good morning. The first part of my presentation today will obviously be very short. As the board will understand, the Licensing Scotland Act at Section 38 requires a licensing standards officer to prepare a report in relation to any premises licence review application that's made by any other person other than that licensing standards officer. The purpose of that section of the Act was really to facilitate where members of the public make reports and review applications who in general terms don't have the understanding of the legislation that Police Scotland obviously bring to the table to create a structured report. So in this instance, there's really not much I can add. Police Scotland have presented a structured and, in my view, competent application. I've highlighted already in advance to the board, as it's a consideration for the board in advance of this matter, that my view is that it's neither vexatious or frivolous, and therefore we can proceed to the hearing that we are today. And the application appears to set out appears to well set out grounds for review on the basis of conduct inconsistent with the licensing objectives as contained in the report. The only thing I would add to that is the support in relation to the additional offences that Police Scotland have highlighted in the report. On page 15, the last sort of 4-5 paragraphs. These are matters that I also explored and formally reported to Police Scotland, hence the reason that they've appeared, and I can confirm that the clerk to the Sheriff Court in relation to the court offences has provided evidence that the licences were not produced. And obviously on behalf of the board, I can confirm that Mr Gilcarasa made no notification to this board in relation to the convictions, as he would be required to do within 1 month of the date of that conviction. We've searched our systems, we've searched the emails, and I think in fact we've heard confirmation from Mr Gilcarasa just in the last few minutes that he did not make that notification. In relation to my report, you will see that one of the reasons I've not gone into any great detail is that I have also submitted a premises licence review application and made a separate notification of conduct inconsistent with the licensing objectives in relation to Mr Gilcarasa's personal premises licence. I think at this stage it's a matter for the board to make a decision at some point very soon whether or not they want to hear both reports. I think, Sean, if you intend to address the board on that, or is Dale going to address the board on that matter before they even go into a deliberation stage or a question stage that may be beneficial. From my position, it would be beneficial to hear all the information contained in both separate reviews prior to making a decision on either of them, is that although they would still have to be decided separately, as I think I've explained at the end of my second document. I hope that helps, and unless you've got any questions at this stage, I've got nothing further to
Did you understand exactly what Paul said? And if so, can you explain to your client, please?
Actually, sorry, I did not mind for. I did not much understand what happened, what you said. If you tell me the first page summary, yeah.
If you switch the microphone off,
All right, yeah.
so there's
You are
two,
referring to this page, first
There's-
page, page 17?
yes, there's two things happened. I've
Yeah.
summarised
Yeah.
exactly what's said on page 17. In addition, I have confirmed that the offences on page 15 in the police report,
You have confirmed.
I've confirmed that the court has said no notification was received from Jokarasa, and I can confirm on behalf of this council that no notification was received in relation to the notification
The
offences.
conviction was not.
Yes, no notifications were made, and that's been confirmed by the sources. And one other matter I raised was that there is a second review application that I have.
Second review.
A second review application. It's in the papers that you have. It's the next document in the papers you have. And I've asked the board to consider hearing both matters together because they are broadly similar. So rather than deal with one and then deal with the other, I've asked them to deal with both together. Does that make sense to you? Do you understand why?
First review application.
The first review application is the Police Scotland presentation.
Okay, first
The,
review application.
the second review application relates to Mr. Jokera's premises licence and his personal licence, and is a document that I've submitted that covers different matters. The full document is in your pack. So I've asked the board to consider both of them together, rather than as two separate items.
Sorry for.
That's okay. No, it's okay.
I mean, you mentioned the first application review was related to police.
Yes. Yes, that's the first document in your
First
pack.
document, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
That Police Scotland have already read out.
Right, yeah, I understood that part.
Okay. So there is another document,
Yeah.
another review application.
Second review application.
The-
Can I go one by one?
Depending on the decision of the board,
Yeah,
we will go on to next.
next one. Next
Yes.
one means the second one.
Yes,
Second.
next, the second review application. It's in your pack as well. Does that help? Is there anything you're still not sure of?
Yeah. So, to review, yeah. இப்போ வந்து உங்களோட அப்ளிகேஷன் உங்களோட வந்து மறக்கா உங்களோட லைசன்ஸ் வச்சுக்கொள்ளா இல்லையா அப்படின்னு ரிவ்யூ பண்ணி மறக்க தொடர்ந்து பார்க்குறாங்க. அதை பார்த்து ஒன்று நடந்துச்சு முதல்ல இவருக்கு போலீஸ்காரன் தான் இது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரிப்போர்ட் கொடுத்துருக்கிறாரு. ஓகே, சரியா? அதுக்கப்புறம் இப்போ வந்து இவரு சொல்றாரு இந்த இதெல்லாம் நடந்தது. நீங்க முதல்ல கொடுக்க இல்லை, கோர்ட்டுக்கு கொடுக்க இல்லை, காவல் உங்களுக்கு இப்படி லைசன்ஸ் இருக்கிறது. மற்றது அடுத்தது ப்ரெமிசஸ் லைசன்ஸ் இருக்கிறது பற்றி நீங்க காவல் கொடுக்கல, அதெல்லாம் இவர் சொல்றாரு. அதெல்லாம் கன்சிடர் பண்ணி எல்லாம் இவர் அதெல்லாம் பார்த்ததுன்னு சொல்றாரு. அதெல்லாம் நிலவுல ரிவ்யூ பண்ணினா உங்களுக்கு புரியுமா? ரிவ்யூ பண்ணிருக்கிறாரு. இப்ப இத பார்த்துட்டு கன்சிடர் பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் ரெண்டாவது இவரு கன்சிடர் பண்றாங்க. இதெல்லாம் அவங்க இந்த காரணம் எல்லாம் அவங்க உங்களுக்கு எடுக்கிறாங்க கைக்கு வர லைசன்ஸ் கொடுக்க முந்தி. என்ன சொல்ல minute. Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Mr. Jacaranda, would you address the board?
Sorry?
Mr. Jacaranda, would Mr. Jacaranda like to address the board? I'd like to speak to the board on behalf of the application.
I'm in interpreter speaking. You are asking me to, asking Mr. Jokarasa to tell whatever state anything, something to tell the board.
Do you wish to speak to what the Police Scotland said in their report, or what Paul has said in his brief report? Are there any points that you wish to raise that either Southern Birmingham or Paul?
Sorry, I did not catch. I did not get. Yeah.
I think the distance is causing a bit of difficulty.
Yeah.
The chair is asking
Yeah.
if there is any explanation
Yes.
in relation to the police report
All
at
right.
this time
Okay.
that he would like to make to the board.
Right. Any comments? Any explanation?
Any explanation that you may wish to offer for the matters that have been raised, this is the time. At this time, only in relation to the police report and the comments of that very short report that I have. If there's anything he wishes
To the first.
so it's for the benefit of the members of the board, but if there's anything he wants to say to them.
இப்போ வந்து உங்களுக்கு இவர் சொன்ன எல்லாம் அதை பற்றி நீங்க எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன் என்ன நீங்க சொல்ல போறீங்க அதை பத்தி நீங்க தவறு ஒருவா அவங்க சொன்னாங்க தவறுகள் என்ன நீங்க தவறுகள் செஞ்சீங்கட்டு நீங்க கொடுக்க இல்லை லைசன்ஸ் பத்தி சொல்ல இல்லை அதுக்கப்புறம் கவுன்சிலுக்கு சொல்ல இல்லை அது மாதிரி எத்தனையோ குத்தங்கள் நடந்திருக்குது அதுல பத்தி நீங்க என்ன சொல்ல போறீங்கன்னு கேக்குறாங்க. கொஞ்சம் ஒரு நிமிஷம் தாங்க. He want me to go through the convictions. Fail to produce premises. I'm correct, right? I'm correct in the correct track, right? He is asking to explain again, to review again.
If there is any information that Mr. Jokarasa wants the board to consider, this is the time
Yeah.
to for that explanation.
ஒரு அப்ளிகேஷன் லைசன்ஸ் மார்க்கெட் போடுறதுக்கு அதுக்கு வாசியா அதுக்கு சப்போர்ட்டா நீங்க என்ன சொல்ல போறீங்கன்னு அவங்க கேட்குறாங்க போர்டுக்கு. சரியா? இது பத்தி நீங்க விரோதமா உங்களுக்கு செல்லேருமெண்டா என்னன்னு உங்களுக்கு அந்த லைசன்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு எடுத்துக்கொள்ளலாம். சரியா? இது one fail to produce provision as a report. Notify it to take license and proceed. உங்களுக்கு ஒரு லைசன்ஸ் இருக்கிறது பத்தி நீங்க premises லைசன்ஸ் பத்தி நீங்க அவங்களுக்கு தகவல் கொடுக்குறீங்க. அது வந்து மற்றது வந்து
யார் நேம்ல லைசன்ஸ் இருக்கு நான் இந்த நேம்ல இருக்குன்னு சொன்னேன் கோர்ட்ஸுக்கு கொண்டு வந்து சப்மிட் பண்ண சொன்னேன்
Mr. Jokarasa is speaking related to number 1, failed to produce premises license at court or notify them it is existence at the first appearance, section 41. Related to that, court asked me whether who is having the license, premises license and all. So I mentioned that I am holding, but they did not ask me to produce the evidence, produce that. So that's why I did not do. So that is one of his explanation. I'm going to the number 2. Yeah. One failed to notify Clackmannanshire as a board of Clackmannanshire 1 month. ஒரு மாசத்துக்கு இடையில இந்த Clackmannanshire licensing போர்டுக்கு நீங்க இப்படி உங்களே குத்தவாளியா அவங்க காட்டினு குத்தவாளியா அவங்க கோர்ட்ல சொன்னது அதை நீங்க Clackmannanshire லைசன்ஸ் போர்டுக்கு நீங்க அறிவிக்க இல்லை ஒரு மாசத்துக்கு இடையில. Because of I was convicted at the courts. Because of that, I was under tension. I was not in a normal mental state. Because of that, I admit that I did not notify Clackmannanshire licensing board within 1 month. அடுத்தது failed to notify Clackmannanshire licensing board of conviction within 1 month, section 82. To notify Clackmannanshire licensing board. Failed to produce personal license. இப்போ இங்க premises license பத்தி அவங்க சொன்னாங்க. இதுல personal license. அப்புறம் rent license இதுல உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். Produce அது அவங்களுக்கு நீங்க கொடுக்கணும் இல்லையா? காட்ட இல்லைன்னு சொல்றாங்க. நீங்க failed to produce personal license to court or notify them. Extension. உங்களுக்கு அப்படி ஒரு லைசன்ஸ் இருக்கிறது பற்றி நீங்க தகவல் ப்ரொடியூசர்னு அவங்க காட்டணும், இல்லாட்டி இப்படி சொல்லணும், அது மாதிரி நடக்க இல்லைன்னு சொல்றாங்க. Notify them of its existence at the first appearance. முதல்ல நீங்க கோர்ட்டுக்கு போகும்போது நீங்க காட்டல, செல்ல காட்டல, ப்ரொடியூஸ் Third one, fail to produce personal license to court or notify them of its existence at the first appearance, section 18. I was not informed that I should produce it. My lawyer solicitor did not tell me. That is one reason. Produce personal license means, is it, I'm asking, interpreter asking, is it like a paper to show to the courts? Is it something like that? Yeah. So my solicitor, Jakarasa speaking now, solicitor did not ask me or ask to bring to the courts to produce at the first appearance this about personal license. Courts asked me under whose name the license is there, but they did not tell me to produce this. The next one, fail to notify Clackmannanshire licensing board of conviction within 1 month. Clackmannanshire, இப்போ Clackmannanshire licensing boardக்கு நீங்க குற்றவாளி ஆகினதை பத்தி நீங்க அவங்களுக்கு அறிவிக்க இல்லையா, லைசன்ஸ் போர்டுக்கு நீங்க அறிவிக்க இல்லையா, அதுக்கு என்ன செல்ல போறீங்க? அதுக்கு நீங்க உங்களுக்கு லைசன்ஸ் எடுத்துக்கணும்னா நீங்க அது செல்லும் நீங்க சொல்ல என்னன்னு கேக்குறாங்க. The fourth one, I can say the same explanation. After conviction and all, I was in a confused state. I was not in a real normal status. So that's why I could not do that. That is notify the Clackmannanshire licensing board of conviction within 1 month. That's the explanation I am giving.
Yeah.
The above contraventions of the act are being reported to the licensing board in the first instance prior to consideration of the report. வேற ஏதாவது நீங்கன்னா நீங்க சொல்லலாம் உங்களுக்கு. அவங்க சொல்றாங்க உங்களுக்கு நீங்க இந்த லைசன்ஸ் மறுக்கா எடுத்துக்கொண்டு வரலாம். உங்களுக்கு என்ன நீங்க சொல்லி அவங்கள சமாளிக்க போறீங்க, என்ன சொல்ல போறீங்க அவங்களுக்கு, இப்படி ஒருத்தர் இருக்கும்போது நான் என்ன என்ன காரணத்தால எனக்கு செய்யலாம் போச்சு அப்படி அவங்க கேட்கறாங்க.
I'm
asking him to tell me properly. I did not get it. Okay, சொல்லுங்க இப்ப என்ன சொல்ல போறீங்க, நல்லா திருத்தமா சொல்லுங்க. கேள்வி என்னன்னா, முதல் கேள்விக்கு தான் நான் இப்ப உங்களுக்கு கேட்கிறேன். இதுக்கெல்லாம் உங்களுக்கு மறுக்கா உங்களுக்கு அப்ளிகேஷன் திரும்ப உங்களுக்கு எடுக்கிறதுன்னா நீங்க அவங்களுக்கு காரணம் காட்டணும். இப்படி என்ன மாதிரி எனக்கு கையில நடந்தது, அதுக்கு நீங்க சரியா காரணம் சொன்னா என்ன மாதிரி இப்ப நீங்க சொன்னீங்க இல்லைன்னா கொஞ்சம் நல்லா சொன்னா அவங்களுக்கு எடுக்கணும். அதுதான் அவங்க கேட்கணும். புரியல. I did not understand. திருப்பி ID, okay. I am doing, for to review my application, I am taking now precautions and I am doing following instructions of the councils, such as like checking ID of the person whoever coming to take, buy alcohol. Sorry? And I am maintaining the book and what? Tribute.
No,
Reject. Okay. Rejecting book. Those advices I am following.
Section 25 license.
I was asked to take advice from the Sterling Council according to section 25.
License 25.
License section 25. According to that, I was asked to take instructions. So I am doing that one. Sorry? That's it. I did not get much. Did not much understand. Mr. Jokarasa is speaking.
You have anything else to say to the board?
வேற இது மாதிரிக்குதான் உங்களுக்கு போட்டு செல்றதுக்கு, உங்களுக்கு சொல்லி உங்களுக்கு லைசன் எடுத்துக்கொள்றதுக்கு வேற மாவு உங்களுக்கு சொல்லணும், யோசனை பண்ணி சொல்லணும்.
like, any of the under land,
I am again learning all the things.
the very council, office of the appraisal. And the council license officer.
I am taking advice from the licensing officer. I'm strictly following that.
State council will be reviewing the
Sterling Council has told me to take advice
license officer.
from the license officer. From the licensing officer, section 25. So I am following that. I am doing that.
No, they took around the town, advisor, and I have meeting and I have
Page meeting that I need to clarify what he said. I interpreter speaking. Sonia Sterling Council சொல்லிக்கிறாங்க licensing officer கிட்ட advice எடுக்க சொல்லி. Okay. அதே இருக்குன்னு. Okay. I have been asked to take advice. Sterling Council has asked me to take advice from the licensing officer, section 25. So I would do that one. I did not yet offered the opportunity. I need to make an appointment and I have to follow up.
Okay.
Are board members happy to continue looking at both these applications here together? Although the decision will be made separately, are we happy to look at both cases together because they're essentially the same case?
I think it just follows procedure that we will be able to still ask these Scotland questions and whatnot. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Sorry, Board, before we go to questions for Paul, Police Scotland, or everything here, I need to remind you, you need to make a decision if you're satisfied the grounds for review exist and the application is not vexatious or frivolous in respect to Police Scotland. So, just to remind you what the grounds are, the grounds for review are that one or more of the conditions to which a premise licence is subject has been breached, or two, any other ground relevant to one or more of the licence objectives, or three, not a fit and proper person. As the board, you may reject the premise licence review application if you consider the application, Police Scotland's in the respect, is vexatious or frivolous, and does not disclose any matter relevant to any ground for review, which I've just reminded you. Unfortunately, there is no definition of what vexatious or frivolous is in the 2005 Act. It's under your interpretation. So at this moment, before you go to questions, you need to agree that Police Scotland's review, there's grounds for review, and it's not vexatious or frivolous.
Say that it is grounds for review, and it's, in my view, obviously, especially with the court conviction, that it's not frivolous or that other word that I can't say. Yes. And I would also say that if we're looking at the licence and the objectives, protecting children and young persons from harm, that's been breached by that court conviction.
So, are the board all in agreement that the Police Scotland application has grounds for review?
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. And just what the chair was saying, where I would ask to defer your decision at the moment. You can ask questions, but I'd ask you to defer your decision until after the second application review from Paul has been said, and then I'll ask you to make your decision then. But the chair's happy for you to answer any questions we have at this moment.
Could you possibly advise us when you intend to take questions to either the applicant, the police, or our own licensing officer?
Yeah, I mean, we can take questions at any point. questions to any of the parties can be made at any point in the
Yes, you can ask questions now to Police Scotland's report, and then when Paul goes into the second application review, then you can ask Paul one question to the report now. You can ask questions at this stage.
I'd just like to ask the police if that's possible in relation to their. So at the trial in Alloa on the 29th of May 2024, was the applicant actually present at that trial?
I wasn't at the trial myself, but going by the paperwork I've got, he was found guilty after trial, which would have required the applicant to be present in the dock for that trial.
And do you have any further evidence of underage people being supplied sold alcohol?
No other evidence of that. This is only a report that we've got.
Thank you.
May just ask a question, just touching on where Donald left off there. Mr. Jokarasa was in the dock and got sentenced while he was in the dock. Can I assume that an interpreter would have been present there as well?
I can't obviously confirm that, but I would, the court would be required to ensure that any proceedings were lawful and that any accused person in that dock understood exactly what was going on. So without confirming there was, the trial would not be able to go ahead if there was any dubiety over understanding by the accused person.
Sorry, interpreter speaking on behalf of Jokarasa. He says he could not understand what's just now the conversation. Just, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and this side, sorry, I can't see who was speaking. The listening and cannot see the board. What is, sorry, yeah, all council members. Okay, right. Idella council okay. Someone can summarize what is the conversation just now, then I can interpret to him. I'm sorry, apologies, yeah. Yeah.
I was asking your client, the applicant, whether he attended the trial in Alloa on the 29th of May 2024.
இப்போ இந்த நாளில் நீங்கள் அந்த ட்ரையல் வந்து 29ஆம் தேதி 5ஆம் மாதம் இந்த வருஷம் அது நீங்கள் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணினீங்களா போனீங்களா 5ஆம் மாதம் May 29th of May 2024 that was in the courts.
Yeah.
Yes, I attended.
And can I ask when you were selling alcohol to the 14-year-old, why did you not get a response from the girl when you asked her her age?
Interpreter speaking, you are asking about the incident that happened on that day, whether you asked about the age, sorry. Is it related to the past incident? And you are asking whether you asked the age of the child on the day. வந்து அன்று அந்த அந்த பிள்ளைக்கு பொம்பளை பிள்ளைக்கு விற்கும் போது மதுபானம் அவங்களோட வயசு என்னன்னு அந்த பொம்பளை பிள்ளைகிட்ட கேட்டீங்களா?
நான் ஸ்டில் அக்ரி பண்ணேன் சொல்லி நான் வயசு பேசுறேன் நான் ஸ்டில் அக்ரி பண்ணேன்
நீங்க வயசு கேட்டீங்க? I asked the age from the child, yes, but I did not, in fact, I did not agree to sell. I did not agree, or I did not admit that I sold to the girl. அது நீங்க சொல்றது தான் நான் சொல்றேன். I'm telling you whatever you are saying. வயசு கேட்டீங்களான்னு கேக்குறாங்க. I was arguing that I asked the age, and in fact I was not giving, not selling to the girl. That's the way I was arguing.
Okay. Just so you can understand, this part in proceedings, this is open now to board members to ask any questions of yourself or Mr. Jakarta. Okay, do you understand that? Okay.
Yeah, I'm Councillor June Walls, I'm one of the board members. I'll ask my question and then I'll let you interpret it, and then I'll go to ask the person who I'm asking the question, if that helps out, so that you're not having to remember too much and interpret it. So it was just a question to the sergeant. I know that you don't work for the court, so you might not exactly know this, but it was about the process, about producing the premises licence and the personal licence at court. Do you know about that process? Because obviously that applicant said he wasn't asked to produce it, so I just wondered if you knew about that process.
I don't know the process inside out, but it'll be under the Licence in Scotland Act. There is a duty on the licence holder, and without having done a personal licence myself, I'm quite sure, and I'm sure the Licence and Standard Office will be able to assist. It'll be part of your training as a personal licence holder, what your duties are and what your responsibilities are, and part of that will be, should you have to attend court or be convicted, there'll be duties placed upon you. It's not the fact that you need to be told to do it or instructed by someone else. It's your own personal responsibility to know what your responsibilities are, and that's basically what the requirement would be for the court.
Do you want to let him know what was said there, just so he understands it?
Unfortunately, I did not get.
Okay, so what I was asking the police officer was that when he went to the court, and obviously he's saying that he didn't know he had to produce the licence.
Yes.
If that was what, if the police officer knew what the court process was, that they had to specifically say, show me the licence, and the police officer basically said that, well, obviously he doesn't work for the court, however, under the licensing and getting the qualification that he needs to get for his premises holder's licence and licensing holder, it states that you should do that, you should know. So it's up to you, it's personally up to you, it's not up to the court to say you have to show this licence. You just should know that if you're taken to court, you have to take it along with you, so, and you have to produce it. It's not, you show me it, it's like, here. So, does that make sense?
So I agree with you. So it is, he should know the responsibility that he should produce the papers whenever required, even though court did not ask to just produce like that by words. His responsibility as a person who is holding a license, his responsibility to produce whenever required. இப்போ அவங்க என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா, கோர்ட்ஸ்ல அப்படி உங்களுக்கு இந்த பேப்பர் எல்லாம் காட்டுங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லாட்டியும் உங்களோட ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி நீங்க செஞ்சிக்கணும் உங்களோட லைசன்ஸ் எல்லாம் அவங்களுக்கு ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்றதுக்கு. அது உங்களோட The court asked me whose name is the license is there. So I told it's under my name, but I was not, I did not think that I should show it. I should produce it.
Paul, Are you able to clarify what is in the kind of rule book and training in regards to this?
Yes. Right. So I'll explain more for your benefit slowly. Mr. Jokarasa is a personal licence holder.
Yes.
To obtain that personal licence, he must complete a course, which takes all day. It takes the full day.
Full day, yeah.
Full day. At the end of that course, there is an exam that he must pass with 80% correct answers to obtain a licence. A significant part of that course covers the duties of a premises manager. Jokarasa is also the premises manager, and it explains the court procedure if you're ever charged with any offences in the appeal court. There is also exam questions that cover that subject, so every exam I have ever seen includes at least one or two questions surrounding this subject. So you will have asked questions about, you will have been asked questions in an exam, and he probably had to answer them correctly. In addition, he will have been given a book, a training book, that contains all of the information that we spoke about today that he can keep for reference by his training provider. And he is required to read and understand before he attends the course. But there is ample opportunity in the training materials that have been provided to Jokarasa prior to applying for the personal licence for him to learn his responsibilities. It is no other person's responsibility, it is Mr. Jokarasa's responsibility to ensure that he understands the law when he takes on a licence to sell alcohol. Is that okay? Does that answer your question?
license அதெல்லாம் மாவட்டத்துக்கு முந்தி உங்களுக்கு வந்து கோர்ஸ் வந்து நடந்துச்சு. அது வந்து முழு நாளும் அந்த கோர்ஸ் நீங்க படிச்சீங்க போனீங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு எக்ஸாம் சொல்லி இருந்துச்சு. சரியா? அந்த எக்ஸாம்ல வந்து 80% நீங்க பாஸ் ஆகும். சரியா? காட்டணும். கேள்விகள் எல்லாம் தெரியும். அந்த கேள்விகளில் உங்களை இதுதான் நீங்க எப்ப உங்களுக்கு இந்த லைசன்ஸை நீங்க ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணணும் காட்டணும் அது பத்தி எல்லாம் அதுல விவரமா சொல்லி இருந்துச்சு. அந்த கோர்ஸ் அந்த எக்ஸாமுக்கு இன்னும் இன்னும் வந்து உங்களுக்கு ஒரு புஸ்தகம் ஒன்று இருக்கிறாங்க வாசிக்கிறதுக்கு. சரியா? அதை ரெஃபர் பண்ணி நீங்க வாசிச்சு இருக்கணும். சரியா? அதுல ஹிஸ்டரி எல்லாமே இருந்திருக்குது, என்ன மாதிரி நடக்கணும் எல்லாமே இருந்திருக்குது. அதனால உங்களுக்கு எத்தனையோ கட்டாயமா நீங்க இதை பத்தி அறிஞ்சிக்கணும். அவங்க கோர்ட்ல கேட்கும் போது நீங்க இதை நீங்களாவே யோசிச்சு நீங்களாவே கொடுத்திக்கணும். பிறகுதான் புரியுதா? வேற என்ன சொல்லுற ஒழுங்குனா என்ன சொல்லுங்க. Yes, I understand.
This is for the licensing officer. Have we, apart from obviously we know about the conviction, but has he let you know, obviously out with the month, that there was a conviction?
No.
I want you to repeat what you said.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So I was asking the licence officer that obviously he was meant to let us know within a month of the conviction. Yes. However, he said that he wasn't able to do that because he wasn't in the correct mental space. But obviously it's now November, and so I was asking in that space of basically 5 months, has he notified us of that conviction, and the licensed officer confirmed that that was a no.
I'm clarifying with you. So what you are saying is, what you are saying is, even though 5 months has been gone, Mr. Jogarasa hasn't submitted or informed that he was convicted. To the letter.
Yeah, he's the licensing officer confirmed that he's sorry, I can't pronounce your name. I'm dyslexic and I struggle with names, so I don't want to even try because it will be a really bad pronunciation. That you've never let us know, even out with that month, that you've not told us about the conviction.
இப்போ 5 மாசம் பேத்திருச்சு. 1 மாசத்துக்கு இடையில நீங்க அறிவிக்கணும் அவங்களுக்கு இப்படி உங்களைய கோட்டால குத்தவாளியா அவங்க தீர்மானிச்சது. அப்ப இப்ப நவம்பர் மாசமும் வந்துருச்சு, 5 மாசம் பேத்திருச்சு. அப்படியா இருந்தாலும் நீங்க அவங்களுக்கு அறிவிக்க இல்லை. Yes, I agree. Within 1 month, I should have mentioned that I would have conveyed. But as I mentioned earlier, I was not in a good mental mood or confused. So that's why more likely, more tension. That's why I could not inform. Yes, I admit that is my mistakes, my fault.
Yeah. Paul, did you attend the trial on the 29th of May 2024 on behalf of Clack's Council?
I was unaware of the matter because I was aware of the incident. I had been made aware of the incident by Police Scotland at the time of the incident, but we are not part of any notification procedure. Police Scotland, in fact, the majority of Police Scotland, particularly the licensing team, would not have known the date of that trial. The individual officers that were involved would have known. But to answer your question, no.
Sorry, Donald. Sorry, Councillor Vasili, would you mind just going over the question again slowly for the interpreter?
Sorry, I'm Councillor Donald Balsillie. I was asking our own licensing officer whether he attended the trial in Alloa, which to my mind is the core of the evidence against the applicant in terms of selling drink to underage people or persons.
I need to repeat with you. You asked council licensing standard officer that whether he attended the trial. So he was aware of the trial, but officially he was not notified to attend the trial. Am I correct? Or you need to press the okay.
So I was not aware of the trial and did not attend.
Sorry. Yeah, so he was not aware of the trial and also he did not attend the trial. So that one I got it. And subsequent, your question, shall I mention to him and come back to you? Shall I translate to him?
I was just asking him if he was present or not.
Yeah.
In terms of gathering evidence, you can relay that information to your,
Okay.
your client's confirmed he was at the trial, so he would have been probably aware that our licensing officer wasn't present, but if you could relay that to him, it's fine.
For the licensing officer Mr. Paul அவருக்கு உங்களுக்கு இப்படி ஒரு ட்ரையல் இருக்கிறது பத்தி அவருக்கு தெரியாது. அவர் வரவும் இல்லை, அந்த ட்ரையலுக்கு வரவும் இல்லை. உங்களுக்கு trial means at the court. That's the one he was not aware and he did not attend. கோர்ட்ல இருந்து ட்ரையலை பற்றி தான் பேசுகிறாங்க. அதுக்கு அவர் லைசன்சிங் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் ஆஃபீஸர், அவருக்கு தெரியாது, அவர் வரவும் இல்லை. சரியா? யா. தேங்க்யூ.
Any other questions?
In the police report, it says that you said to the mother of the child that it's hard to tell when they have makeup on, and also there's no point calling the police as there's no CCTV working. Can you confirm? Did you say that?
இப்ப அங்க விற்கும் வரும்போது அம்மா, அந்த பிள்ளைட அம்மா page that written?
Page
14. In capital letters, halfway down the page.
அந்த அம்மா வந்து உங்களிடம் கேட்கும் போது அப்ப நீங்க இந்த வார்த்தைகளை சொன்னீங்களான்னு கேக்குற. It's hard to tell when they have makeup on. அது ஒன்று. அடுத்தது, there's no point calling police as there's no CCTV working. இந்த ரெண்டு வார்த்தைகளை நீங்க சொன்னீங்களா கேக்குறாங்க.
சிசிடிவி வேலை செய்யலன்னு அந்த வார்த்தை மட்டும்தான் நான் சொன்னேன். மற்ற ரெண்டுமே அவ்வளவே கரைஞ்சிட்டு இந்த கருத்துலாம அவ்வளவே போயிட்டேன்.
Actually, I mentioned there is no point calling police as there's no CCTV working. That one I mentioned, I admit that. But other sentence I did not mention. She herself mentioned and she went away. That one I did not tell her. Hard to tell when they have makeup on. I did not tell that. That made up by the mother.
Sorry, it's a question for Paul. Do the premises have to have CCTV when they're selling alcohol, or is it just it's a good idea? I can't remember if nightclubs they have to have it. I can't remember the policy, so I just wanted to double check that. Thanks.
There is no requirement for this premises to have CCTV. It's not the subject of any conditions to that effect.
That's me.
I wonder if we could add, however, if they do have CCTV, which this premises does have, it would be required to be operational in accordance with the Information Commissioner's recommendations.
Any other questions? Martha.
Sorry, just one question regarding that. Does that mean then that the CCTV was there but wasn't available to be switched on?
There is CCTV in the premises now. I don't know if there was on the date, but any CCTV in the premises was there on the date in question would be required to operate in accordance with the Information Commissioner's rules in relation to CCTV.
Paul, do you want to relay that?
Can I just do a thing on that as well? Could you ask the client, was there CCTV in the place that wasn't working, or was there no CCTV at all?
இப்போ வந்து உங்களோட கடையில சிசிடிவி கேமரா வந்து அது இருந்துச்சா? அப்படி இல்லாட்டி அது இருந்தும் அது வேலை செய்யலையா?
அது இருந்துச்சு, ஆனால் அது ரெக்கார்டிங் இல்லை, லைவ் நடக்கும். அது லைவ் அது ப்ரீவியஸ் நான் வச்சிருந்தேன், அப்படியே நான் வச்சிருக்கேன். இன்ஸ்டால் நடந்த பிறகு தான் நான் இப்போ சிசிடிவி ரெக்கார்டிங்
There is CCTV camera, but only live, no recordings. Previous owner had the CCTV camera, so I continue to have it. Now, from recently, now I have the record. Now, presently available.
You want to say what that conversation we've just had so that she can relate it to about the CCTV?
So the comment that I made that you've not relayed was that if he has CCTV that's operational, he is required to follow guidance that the Information Commissioner produces to make sure that it works properly. But that may be something for the future that you'll have to consider. It's not necessarily that important today since we've established there was no recorded CCTV at the time.
Interpreter speaking, what you are saying is, if he has the CCTV camera, Mr. Jugrasan, in the shop, so it should be good working condition. And
In shop, yes.
Sorry?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. And live plus recordings, everything.
Yes.
Right. இப்போ வந்து சிசிடிவி கேமரா இருக்கிறதா அது வந்து முக்கியம் அதுல எல்லா அங்கமும் இருக்கிறது லைவ் இருக்கிறன்னு சொன்னீங்க அது மாதிரி ரெக்கார்டிங் இருந்து போகணும்
அது என்ன அந்த டைம்ல வந்து எல்லாம் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணினோடய அது என்ன செய்யல அது அவர் ரெக்கார்டிங் இல்லை லைவ்ல வைக்கிறதோடய அதை கீப் பண்ணிருந்தேன் அந்த டைம்ல எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுறது கிளாஸ் அது இல்லை ஆஃப்டர் இந்த இன்சிடென்ட் நடந்த பிறகு சேஃப்டி வர பண்ணுறதுக்காக அப்போ நான் பிறகு ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ணுவேன் ரெக்கார்டிங்
At that time, yeah, I continued to have the life. I did not have enough financial commitments, finances to do everything. That's the reason. Now, after this incident, now I have installed CCTV camera and recording.
And the safety.
For my safety, I have installed recording as well.
At the court case in Alloa, can you confirm that one, you were represented by a solicitor, and two, that the case was that you did not sell alcohol to the underage girl?
So you are, interpreter speaking, so you are reviewing first whatever he mentioned. First, number one is there was a solicitor to defend him. Second, he was arguing that he did not sell the alcohol to the underage child. இப்போ வந்து அவர் கேட்கிறாரு கோர்ட்ல நடந்த விஷயத்தை பத்தி கொண்டு வந்து உங்களுக்கு சொலிசிட்டர் ஒரு லாயர் வந்து இருந்ததா உங்களுக்கு உதவா பேசுறதுக்கு அவங்களோட பக்கத்துக்கு பேசுறதுக்கு அடுத்தது நீங்க வந்து வாதாடினீங்கன்னா கோர்ட்ஸ்ல அவரும் சேர்ந்து அவரும் உங்களுக்கு உதவியா நீங்க அந்த பொம்பளை பிள்ளைக்கு அண்டரேஜ் கீழே வயசு காரிக்கு நீங்க விற்க இல்லைன்னு yes, till the last minute, last point, I was arguing that I did not sell to the girl, underage child. That's the second answer for the second question. And there was a solicitor for me to support me.
Thank you. Okay. Are there any other questions at this stage? Well, given the time and the number of questions that are likely to come later on, I'm going to suggest that we have a comfort break at this moment. Time is what? Almost 5 past, so to make it a 1/4 past. So we've done the proceedings until 1/4 past.
member of this time take the opportunity to go through that second document, but